It's been a great time visiting with some of our regulars, the people who join us throughout the year, give us great advice all the time. And I understand that we've got somebody else waiting in the wings, apparently. Let's see who is at the door. Oh, look. It's Dr. Stephen Mulholland, founder of Spa Medica and one of Canada's top cosmetic surgeons. Dr. Mulholland, thank you so much for joining us.
Well, so nice to have you, or have me over at your party, being introduced by Chuck Berry. Quite an honor.
Yes, and it's a busy night for you because I understand Spa Medica is also doing their Christmas party tonight.
Yes, we're having our Spa Medica festive Christmas party this evening. No problem to join your party as well at the same time.
Fantastic. And we always love having you on and talking about all of the latest things and taking calls from our listeners. But I understand, because I follow you on Twitter and I follow Spa Medica, that you are just back from Los Angeles. What was going on there?
Well, Los Angeles, I was hosting some physicians who are interested in getting involved in the cosmetic space. And right now, one of the hottest things this past year has been the non-surgical fat destruction technology, things that kill fat cells without surgery. We've talked about that on your show. Sculpture, cool sculpting, these technologies that can kill a centimeter fat here or there. So I was talking about that. And then injectables have been very, very popular this last year with Instagram and the Kardashians, and lip enhancements and Botox. So I was teaching physicians in Los Angeles that want to get out of managed care and into the cosmetic space. You'd think there'd be lots of excellent teachers in LA for them, but called on a little Canadian to go down and help emancipate them from the tyranny of growing old.
Well, I mean, I guess the tide is turning in terms of what people are having done and the fact that there are so many more non-invasive alternatives. So would this kind of thing be replacing what liposuction used to do?
I think when you look at the space, and we've talked about this on your show, there's just so many things you can do for anti-aging, body contouring, unwanted hair, loose skin, cellulite without a scalpel, that, this space of the non-excisional plastic surgery experience is growing like 1,000% per annum almost. And it's really an exciting time to be a patient because you don't necessarily have the same risks as surgery. And and I don't think it'll replace. I think ultimately most women and men who engage in these services will look after themselves the best they can with non-surgical techniques, and there's still going to be a role for a mini facelift or a breast augmentation or a nose job. But the good news is that many people never have to do a scalp and can look a little fresher, a little brighter, a little slimmer, a little smoother if they choose to, without the risk of surgery.
This must be, I've been asking all of my guests, in fact, and I would assume this is probably, or has the last few weeks have been a busy time for you as everybody's getting ready for all the holiday parties.
It really is. December is one of the busier months, people getting ready for the festive party season. And because a lot of the things we do, you can look good in a day or two. You don't have to plan like your surgery 6 weeks or 8 weeks or 12 weeks in advance. And so it's a busy time for the Christmas season. And then those forward-thinking people in the television film industry getting ready for red carpet season, which is just around the corner, as you know, with the Golden Globes and the Oscars.
What are some of the things that people can do to look good in a day or two? Because I think everybody wants to get there quickly.
Well, we've got some great laser-based energy devices that can soften your skin, tighten it, remove blood vessels, some brown spots. And then we have little techniques for injecting soft tissue fillers, simple sugar gels, a little bit of Botox, and you can look 3, 4, 5, 6 years younger, a little bit of looking fresh without looking done. You just have to give yourself about a weekend to recover for the most part. And then in the body arena, laser hair removal, non-surgical fat techniques like cool sculpting or sculpture, and things that remove sweating. You can be in an evening gown looking a little slimmer, no perspiration, and silken smooth.
Dr. Stephen Mulholland is joining us here on the Nightside Christmas Party. I think a lot of people probably think they can't afford to do the things that are necessary or that they would like to do, let's say, to make themselves look better. And I was going to ask not necessarily if prices have come down or things have become more affordable, but if there are now maybe more affordable alternatives to what they used to have to look at doing.
There really is. I think there's been a great democratization of cosmetic enhancement. In the 70s and 80s, it was for the uber, ultra-rich, quite exclusive. Now with the non-surgical treatments, there's still a significant after-tax expenditure, but well within the realm of what the average working Canadian middle-class woman would spend on her nails, on her hair, and they're just deciding to spend it maybe on localized fat destruction or skin tightening. And so I think it's affordable. Abilities to alter and project what you want to do. Surgery's still a little more expensive, but we have financing companies that will allow you to get that sort of shape you want and pay for it once a month for 5 years. So there's never been better options for consumer. And it's not for everybody, but those who want to. It's affordable in the non-surgical space, and it's financeable. If you want to substitute that car loan for a nose job, it's easily doable.
Do you have a lot of men coming in, more than used to come in?
In 1997, when my first full year when I opened cosmetic, I had one guy the whole year. I did a facelift on him, and he happened to go public with it. It was the front page of the Globe and Mail. It was a huge sensation, men doing, this typically sissy thing. Now about 20% of our clients are male, whether they're treating their love handles with non-surgical lipo, or they're getting some hair removal, or they're getting skin care. Men are about 20%, and the younger men, the millennial men, are much more apt to be consumers of looking the best, feeling the best. Maybe it's the competitiveness with the job space. Maybe it's they're just a little more inward turning and beauty oriented, like women have always been. Men are about 20% of the market now.
Do you think that, I'm thinking when you say that, and younger people and Instagram and that, do young people have to be careful, especially women, I think, because they tend to follow Instagram trends like big body parts you have to be careful about things that are going to go in and out of style, I would assume.
That is so true. And so, yeah, Instagram has been a bit of a boon for awareness of what's available, but also, if someone's not quite mature enough to make decisions right for them, you certainly don't want to be following and emulating the Kardashians, for instance, because there's some things that just won't look good, whether it's a tattoo or a buttock that's 5 sizes too big when you're 30.
Mm-hmm. You do a lot of traveling and a lot of teaching, and you are extremely busy. And I just, I wanted to ask you about, you seem to really bring a passion for this. It's not, people always assume lawyers and certain doctors are in it just to make a lot of money. But, you can tell when someone has that sort of special calling for a certain type of thing. What is it about what you do that makes it so fulfilling?
Well, I really like the transformative nature of the personal contact with the patient, understanding what they want and and helping to achieve it. It's very rare that you have that personal experience in life to really transform someone. And as a physician, above all else, you want to do no harm, but at least you want to also do some good. And so I'm in a feel-good specialty where no one dies and everyone's happy. And as long as you have a realistic patient, they're some of the happiest patients I've ever had. I also am lucky to work with the industry, so I get to have ideas with companies that want to build devices or energy-based technologies. And I've been able to see those companies grow, go public, and become worldwide in the scope of what they offer. So, I'm not saving any lives, but I'm saving lives one wrinkle at a time. I'm very happy with that.
That might be even more important in some people's minds. Well,
some people got to fight cancer, and God love we have doctors like that, and we need them. I'm just helping people project the image they want and harmonize the inside and the outside.
Well, you're very modest because you used to work in fields that were a lot more serious in terms of life-saving stuff, and now you've moved on to this, and you find it very fulfilling.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It really is a lot of fun. I tell my wife I've never worked a day in my life. I played professional hockey, and I've been a plastic surgeon. I've never had a boss, and I'm just very fortunate. And
we also want to say congratulations because you and your wife, Ann Kaplan Mulholland, were featured apparently in the latest Hello Canada.
Yeah, I was quite surprised. They had the Royals on the front and then Queen Anne on the inside. So, yeah, she had 12 pages with our new house, and she decorated it beautifully, and it was a big, Christmas spread with 5 trees and Santas and reindeers. It was just beautiful. And we're very much a family-oriented a couple. We have 8 kids, and Christmas is a big time. So Hello wanted to share that with the Canadian the Canadian Reader, and I think it's a really interesting issue if you pick up the December issue of Hello.
We're going to look for that. And we wanted to thank you as well here at the Nightside for always giving us your time, and we so much appreciate it. Thank you very much.
Well, thank you. It was a lot of fun, and I look forward to 2018.
Yep, we'll see you in the new year. Dr. Stephen Mulholland, founder of Spa Medica. He is Canada's top cosmetic plastic surgeon. He's a great guy. He's funny, and he's so generous with his time, and we do appreciate it.